Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, which has become a really important day for news and offers in this game. It is the last Friday, I do declare, that we will have an opportunity for offers before the gifting event. And so we have the What Dangers Wait in the Darkness trailer with Guillotine, Nameless Guillotine, being around the corner. But we also have the Platinum Piggy Bank. And my account has the Collector's Daily card. Okay, so this is the first time that we have seen this. And this lasts a week, which is really smart. Because isn't it Wednesday? Is Wednesday when gifting starts or the banquet starts or whatever the heck they want to call it now starts? Because, of course, with gifting or the banquet or whatever, you need units. You need units to purchase greater banquet crystals. You need units to send friends or alliance mates, anything you want to send them. And most importantly, you need units to get those solo and alliance milestones for the event. And so $10 American normally gets you 275 units. So, this is the same price, and it gives you 300 units. So on the surface, you're thinking, well, why would I spend cash to just get 25 more units? Because we have these fabulous crystal selectors, which the Paragon is the cutoff for this. And this does give you a chance, I do declare, at the 7-star version, because it's the Ultra Super Fabulous. I think the Super Fabulous is the 6-star, and the Fabulous is the 5-star. So, you get really low chances at it. We've seen these crystals similarly. But you get, I think the big one is you get 3 of these in the last milestone. So you get 25 more units plus 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And I believe my data has suggested and maybe even confirmed that the worst you can do in those is 20 units and nothing else. So let's say for the sake of argument, you get the worst possible scenario for $10 cash. Well, that's still 120 extra units. So it's getting 420 units for the price of 275 units. But of course, you could also get really lucky and essentially pull a 7-star piece plus up to, I think it got like 100 units from those ones. And so the best you can do is like an additional 600 units, which would be almost impossible, but also insane. And there's people out there who break the RNG. Every time I say something's impossible, somebody sends it to me and I think, oh, not for that account. That's the real Kabam CEO for today. So if you get a real Kabam CEO drop rates from this piggy bank, hit me up and I'll shout you out in a video. But assuming that doesn't happen, the question is this going to be worth it to spend cash on compared to what it will be like in a week? Well, this is where things get tricky. Because 10 greater banquet crystals is 3,000 units. And Kabam likes to give us, at least the last 2 years, and I anticipate on Wednesday it could be a third year in a row, 3,000 units worth of crystals for $50 cash. Which means if you take advantage of it, and I really do recommend if you have the money that you do, because it is a half off value, actually a little bit better than half off value, you're getting 3,000 units worth of value for the price of 1,450 units, which is not even enough to buy half of the 10 crystals. 1,450, of course, is 50 units short on its own of 5 crystals. So when you consider that, it's a much worse offer. And if the offer doesn't come, I will be the first to admit I was wrong. But I am putting whatever people consider to be my reputation or what's left of my reputation as I continue to transition into YouTube being a part-time hobby that's a full-time passion, if that makes any sense. Way less time into my channel than I've ever had, but still am passionate about the game that I love just as much as I have been ever, just not as much time putting into the channel itself. But when you consider this is the case, I think you hold on to your $10 or your $20 or $30 or $40 or $50, and you can buy 10 of these. But don't get this save the cash for Wednesday, because you will be rewarded with a far better unit value of what you're saving on 10 crystals for 5 versus what this will give you in bonus value. Now, if you just want to blow money and to you $10 or $50 or even $100 is not a big deal, well, then you're going to do it. But this channel doesn't really help those people because they're going to buy everything no matter what the value is. It helps the people who have a really small budget for events like this. Maybe you only have $10. Well, if you only have $10, I'd still hold on to that because maybe it will be better used in the future. But I get the value of this. My big recommendation, and maybe I'm being too greedy, but since we're talking about 50% off of a total value of $100, if this thing was $5 instead of $10, and so when you spent $50, which is the exact same price that you will spend, at least in past years, on the Wednesday Greater Banquet Crystal offer, 10 for $50, this would be about equal in terms of the potential ratio of a 200% value. Meaning if you opened 10 of these for $50, maybe you would get 3,000 units worth of value. And certainly that would be huge because, well, we know you get 3,000 units worth of value because you're getting 300 units per purchase. And so if you buy 10, that's 3,000 units. So essentially this is an Odin plus the value of the extra crystals, which is 60 if you do a max of that. But are those 60 crystals going to give you 6,000 total units between the 3,000 you get and the 3,000 extra? I don't think so. So I still think it's a safer bet to not buy this. Although I will be buying, because again, the $5 card, remember how much better that value is than this. The $5 normally gives you 135 units, and this gives you a total of 735. That's way more than 200% of the retail value. That's why the collector's daily card is always the best $5 you can spend. But this thing, no. Remember what history tells us. History says that Kabam wants to start off the gifting event or the banquet event or whatever the heck they want to call it with a bang. A 50% off bang to get people excited, to generate hype for the crystals, to generate hype for the milestones, both solo and alliance. And that hype is so much more exciting and such a higher ceiling of worth your money than this. Because remember, those crystals also get gold. They also give you ISO. And I know that so many people have reached out to me who have never been more gold and ISO poor than they are right now with their rank ups. And it is because of that reality that we all really need to be responsible in terms of what we choose to purchase in the next week of the economy of the game. So, hold your cash for Wednesday. This is somewhat tempting, but if you have a budget, you'll thank me later.